Hello everybody and welcome back to Red Eagle Politics. Make sure you guys like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So Donald Trump put the leader of South Africa in his place. This guy is the president. He works directly with Julius Malema, who has been one of these people that's come out and basically said, kill the Boer is their slogan. They've been discriminating against white farmers. And the left loves to take in every single possible refugee. But when it comes to these people, no, they pretend it's not happening. They sweep it under the rug for one reason, mainly because these people are white. They're not going to vote the way that the Democrats would want to, especially as they're basically the diet version of South Africa over at the Democrats, because what you have is you have a party that is openly discriminating against white people, maybe not exactly through the same level of scrutiny, but what we're seeing in South Africa is this problem with the farmers, the white farmers, the Boers. They are chanting kill the Boer. You have this just vitriol from the leadership. It's like revenge culture for apartheid. That's basically all it is. And Donald Trump met with him today, and Donald Trump put him in his place. Take a listen to this clip right here.
Turn the lights down and just put this on. It's right behind you, Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yes. South Africa, occupy land. That's who we are. Honorable member, want to do. I can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament. Honorable. Yes, honorable member.
Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Yamasa. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa. Brr, pa, pa. To kill. Yamasa. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
The mayor of DECIMATES is a white man. So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashaba and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness. It's
Shoot to kill. Yamasa. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa. Brr, pa. Shoot to kill. Yamasa. Kill the poor.
So you have Donald Trump basically displaying this video directly in front of the South African leadership, in front of the media, and it is absolutely just astounding because you have these people that create this narrative that, nothing really bad is going on in South Africa, whatever, and then you have these people in their government that are chanting kill the Boer, which basically means kill the white farmer. This is a major, major problem, and Donald Trump is somebody who's out there and is just saying, no, you're not going to come to me with a twisted version of the facts when we literally have it on video. And you don't really see this level of authenticity in politics anymore. And you could listen to some of the other clips here. Take a listen to this.
White Afrikaner refugees here. Can you explain to Americans why it's appropriate to welcome white Afrikaners here when other refugees like Afghans, Venezuelans, Haitians have all had their protected status revoked?
Well, this is a group, NBC, that is truly fake news. They ask a lot of questions in a very pointed way. They're not questions, they're statements. We've had tremendous complaints about Africa, about other countries too, from people. They say there's a lot of bad things going on in Africa, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. When you say we don't take others, all you have to do is take a look at the southern border. We let 21 million people come through our border, totally unchecked, totally unvetted. They came from all over the world. In many cases, they're criminals. They come from prisons. They come from mental institutions. They come from street gangs. They're drug dealers. So don't say that we didn't take them. We take them. We're trying to get them out as fast as we can. And we're doing record business on that. And we just won a big case where we're allowed to send back hundreds of criminals to Venezuela. Just won that today in the Supreme Court. I'm happy to hear. But we do have a lot of people are very concerned with regard to South Africa, and that's really the purpose of the meeting, and we'll see how that turns out. But we have many people that feel they're being persecuted, and they're coming to the United States. So we take from many locations if we feel there's persecution or genocide going on. And we had a lot of people. I must tell you, Mr. President, we have had a tremendous number of people, especially since they've seen this. Generally, they're white farmers, and they're fleeing South Africa, and it's a very sad thing to see. But I hope we can have an explanation of that, because I know you don't want that. It's a kind of a different meeting. Normally we have meetings, we talk about trade, and we'll be talking about trade and other things.
So you have Donald Trump just decimating the media here because, they're trying to trap him in this gotcha thing saying, oh, well, why are these people okay, but not these people? And the truth is that you have people that are actually fleeing persecution. These are not people that Biden brought over from Haiti. Dumping half of Haiti into Ohio is very different than allowing 60 Afrikaner refugees who are going to be far more culturally compatible with the average American than these people who are going to be dumped in the middle of Ohio. You have massive problems because these people don't know how to drive in many cases. They don't know how to speak English. They, don't exactly have the same culture at all as the average member of Springfield, Ohio. It's partially why Springfield, Ohio zoomed to the right compared to even the rest of Ohio. In 2024, I believe their county was like the reddest shift they saw in the state of Ohio. And on top of it, you also had the city of Springfield, which voted Democrat in 2016 and 2020, flip to Donald Trump by a significant margin. So that is absolutely huge. And there's a big difference here. There's obviously a big difference. So Donald Trump going at it as well with the president of South Africa. And we also have Marco Rubio, who just decimated Tim Kaine on the same very subject. Has he come a long way? Absolutely he has. But first, really quickly, have to tell you guys once more about our friends over at C60 Evo. So folks, if you've watched the channel lately, you guys have been knowing that I've been talking about C60 Evo and its olive oil product. And it has a lot of benefits for humans, but I know a lot of people love their pets. To them, they're not just animals, they're family. And in a world with toxic food, poisoned air, declining health, our pets are just as under attack as we are. You've seen the rise in pet diseases, cancer, joint problems, weird behavior. It's not an accident. But can this product actually can work on pets? Chris, do you want to explain to them how that could possibly work?
Yeah, well, if you think about the history of this molecule, and let's cover that real quick, right? So I'm holding up a model of the ESS60 molecule. This molecule was discovered in 1985 at Rice University here in Houston. That's where our lab is based. And the three scientists who discovered it actually won the Nobel Prize for this discovery. We like to say like this is a Nobel Prize winning molecule, but we all know molecules can't win Nobel Prizes. It's the scientists who discover them. They actually thought the molecule would be toxic. They put it in a toxicity study. Instead of being toxic, the test subjects that they gave it to, in this case it was Wistar rats, lived 90% longer than the control group. So that's the single longest longevity experimental result on mammals in history. It is peer-reviewed published research. I love to hang my MAHA hat on that research, make America healthy again. And in this case, maybe it needs to be MAPA, make America's pets healthy again, something like that. So this product's on the market. Our most consistent testimonial, of course, from humans is that people take it in the morning. They report mental focus and energy during the day and then better sleep that night. And the study started with Wistar rats. It's just kind of a natural extension. Hey, let's turn this product into something that we can give our pets. So we actually have a version for cats and a version for dogs. The cat version has salmon salmon essence, and the dog version has bacon essence. And for all you guys out there, because we've had this question before, can I take the bacon essence product? Yes, you can. If you like bacon, you can order it. It's just as safe. It's not specifically designed for pets. It's the same great product. I want to share a couple testimonials, because one of the things that I love about pet testimonials is that there is no placebo effect, right? This is a new molecule. This is a new supplement that you probably have never heard of. Part of you should be thinking conservatively, hey, is this real? Is it just placebo effect? The beauty of pet testimonials is there's no placebo effect when it comes to pets. I actually just got a video from a friend of mine who runs a marketing company, and he shared this story where he had a cat who was going to the vet, and the vet couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. The vet was convinced that they needed to put it to sleep. He started taking this formula and actually at pretty high doses early on. And that cat, he just shared this video with me. It's 4 years later, the cat is still with us, running around, playing, having a good old time. So that's fantastic. And, definitely outside of placebo. There's a really big distributor of ours here in Houston. Her name is Gwen. She originally ordered the product just for her Shih Tzu. She has a Shih Tzu. It was getting up in years, and she wanted something to try to give it to it. She had no intention of taking the product herself. She gives the product to her dog, notices such a profound difference in the dog that she starts taking it, and now has become one of our biggest distributors. So that's a testament to the profound difference she saw in her Shih Tzu when she was getting it. And I'll just share one more. I mean, the cat saving and this one with the Shih Tzu is powerful enough, but we have testimonials where people would share, I used to have to carry my dog down the stairs to go outside to go to the bathroom. Now he's bounding up the stairs. So we have amazing testimonials. I don't want to put this pressure on you. If you really love your pet, you should buy our product. No, do some research. If it makes sense for you, please try the product. We'd love to hear your amazing testimonials after you're able to give them to us.
Yes, and you can buy it at the link in the description and pinned comment down below, c60evo.com/redeaglepolitics. Use the link to save. Okay, back to the video. We have Marco Rubio, Big Marco, MAGA Marco, just going out here and eviscerating Tim Kaine. Tim Kaine trying to insinuate that Marco Rubio and the Trump administration is only taking in the South African refugees because they're white. Take a listen to this clip.
Their skin, not me. These are people whose farms were being burned down and they were killed because of the color of their skin. Well, you've demonstrated enough because you think anyone should be allowed into this country for any reason because they met a certain criteria. Who has said that? We are going to prioritize people that come into our country on the basis of what's in the interest of this country. That's a small number of people that are coming. But you said this weekend that there would be more. But in other cases, it's harder to vet. In other cases, it's more difficult. And by the way, the United States admits people every year. 1 million people come to this country every year legally. 1 million.
And
people
now
a year come to this
there
country
is
legally.
one group of people that have an easy pass into this country. For the first time, this administration has said Afrikaners get an easy pass and refugee programs for the remainder of the world are shut off. And you can't say to the American public that we should apply this statute in an even-handed way.
No, I think it should be applied in a way.
No,
well, you shouldn't be shocked. It should be applied in the national interest of the United States. Our immigration policy should be based on the national interest of the United States, period. End of story. If there is a subset of people that are easier to vet, who we have a better understanding of who they are and what they're going to do when they come here, they're going to receive preference, no doubt about it. There are a lot of sad stories around the world, millions and millions of people around the world. It's heartbreaking. We cannot assume millions and millions of people around the world. No country can. So you have to have a process of deciding who do you prioritize, who do you allow in. We do it all the time. We do it in our immigration system now under our current laws. Unfortunately, it's primarily based on family connection and not on what they're going to contribute to the society from a merit standpoint. That should be changed, but that'll require statutory changes. But the bottom line is this notion that somehow we have to accept anyone who wants to come to the United States is absurd. No country in the world has an immigration policy like that.
And no one is arguing that we should. I yield back, Mr. Chair.
Well, basically what you have here is Marco Rubio saying we're going to accept people on our terms. This is a very different Marco Rubio than 10, 11 years ago who was open to partial amnesty. He has changed a lot. I do believe it's genuine, and definitely the wind's blown in that direction. But regardless, Rubio just directly annihilating Tim Kaine at this debate, because what he's saying is we're going to accept people on our terms. There's a lot of sad stories around the world. We should be scrapping a lot of these programs, starting from scratch. And if there's a few, dozen people that are being targeted that would easily assimilate well into the United States, take them in limited numbers, absolutely, if they want to come to the United States, instead of just dumping the entire third world into small towns in Ohio and Pennsylvania. I mean, there is a really, really big difference here. There really is, because it just depends on who is entering the U.S., what is the reason for entering the U.S., but on top of it, it's not just about race. I mean, technically there is that correlation, which is true. Western groups tend to be white. Western groups also tend to assimilate better into the United States than non-Western groups, but there are a few exceptions. For example, Marco Rubio's from Cuba, and a lot of Cubans fled Cuba due to communism and an anti-American regime, and they wanted to join the U.S., and we took them in. They're strong Republican voters in the state of Florida. Instead, you have all these people they're trying to dump in small towns. It's not the same thing as that. So either way, it's a dishonest argument that Tim Kaine is making here, and it's true. Marco Rubio says you just don't like the fact that they're white, and that does tend to be it. And also, probably if they did become citizens, they would be very likely to vote in a way that would not be super favorable to Tim Kaine. And you can tell that the media and their reaction to this was just very bitter. Here, they use the term ambush. Trump is ambushing the South African president with the video. He's not ambushing. He's showing a video. They'll say debunked, but in reality, it's not debunked. You can see what these people are calling for on video. It is not something that is really up for debate. That's why they're kind of resorting to say, oh, it's an ambush. It's a bizarre ambush, but in reality, this is a major problem, and you have a problem going on in this third world country, and they are terrorizing the farmers because they happen to be white, and it's a major problem for South Africa. It's a major problem for these people, and Donald Trump is calling it out, and that's a good thing. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. Like this video down below, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications so you never miss another video. Follow me on social media. The links are all in the description down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Red Eagle, out.